Hey guys, I know it looks like I completely abandoned this channel, and I kind of did because what happened was I put up that video last year, and then I started looking around YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, maybe just maybe this is not the place for me because I'm not doing makeup tutorials, I'm not like blowing stuff up in my microwave, I'm not young. So I just got freaked out and didn't put anything else up. And then I realized that, like, wait a second, I've never really fit in anywhere. So if I don't fit in here, that's totally fine. Like, this is just a place for me to deposit my videos that are sort of an addendum to my health-centric blog, which is called racheltrue.com, and Some True Things. Both of those lead to the same place, and I'll put a link down below if I remember, but there's like a really great chance I won't. But I'll try to put a link down below for that. And, you know, the goal, or what I'm trying to do here, is like let people know you can feel good in your body at any age naturally. So, like, I'd love to share some of the tips I've learned for like how to feel good in my body naturally at any age. And I feel like I am equipped to talk about that because while I've been an actress in Los Angeles for a really long time, I've also like never been considered the beautiful girl. I've always bounced up and down in my weight as well. So at this advanced age that I'm at now, I finally kind of figured a few things out. Just things along the way that I want to pass on. So number one, before anything, I just want to get into like why I wanted to put this video up today, because I realized I had put on some weight in November and December because I was emotionally eating my way through the election. Now, pretty sure I'm not the only person who emotionally ate her way through the election. And here's the thing: I eat super healthy. Like, I don't eat dairy. I don't eat meat. I don't eat a lot of things. I gave them all up a few years ago when I had a health thing, and it just made me realize like how important it was for me to feel good in my body, not just like look good, but how to feel good in your body naturally at any age. So I overate like super healthy stuff in November, December, but apparently if I eat like a half a pound of cashew nuts a night and then the rest of the bag the next day, I will gain 5 to 7 pounds, period, end of story, which I did several times. And most people are like, well, if you eat natural stuff, you won't gain weight. But that's not true. I mean, at this point, it is really about like how much energy, and calories are called energy in other parts of the world. So how much energy you're taking in and how much energy you're expending. So I was taking in a lot more because I was just super freaked out a lot of just like, I can't believe this country. But that's another story. So basically, I want to leave you guys with one tip, just one thing to do. If you're looking to kind of jumpstart feeling good in your body, even if you're not looking to lose weight, this isn't necessarily about that. That's what I'm doing right now. But if you just want to feel good, maybe you're just not feeling 100% in your body right now, one of the things I'd really love for you to do, and then I'd love for you to write in the comments down below, like leave me what you thought of it, if you tried it, and kind of what you learned from doing this. But the one thing I think that's super helpful is just to become aware of how you feel an hour to or 45 minutes to an hour after you eat something. How do you feel? So if I eat a protein shake, because I'm doing a fair amount of like raw vegan protein shakes right now to kind of get the weight off, how do I feel an hour later? So I settled on the particular shake that I'm using because I felt great an hour later. I felt energized. I still felt full. I felt like I could go out and do things. But like, for example, if you love frozen yogurt, right? Like, how do you feel 45 minutes after you eat that? Do you feel amazing, or do you feel like you are a little sluggish and need to take a nap? So I want you to be aware that some of the foods, they let us know if they're good for us or not. So if you feel a little run down or lower energy, I just want you to mark that in like a place, like write it down, because it's sort of helpful. And if you write this down for the course of a few days, you'll start to see maybe a pattern of the foods you're eating and how they affect you. And it's crazy, like for some reason, like eggs don't really agree with me. I've eaten them a lot in my life, but I never really feel great after I eat them. So that sort of let me know, like, oh, this is a healthy food, theoretically, but it doesn't suit me. And that's kind of how I got on the path to, like, I bounce back and forth between raw, vegan, and sometimes pescatarian. Like, if I once in a while I'm going to have some fish, I'm going to have some fish. Now, I haven't had that in months because I just haven't felt like it, but I don't want to be locked into anything. And the reason I want you to write stuff down is because everything has a different effect on everybody. Like somebody else could eat that frozen yogurt and feel amazing, but maybe you don't. And so it's kind of about like, how do you feel compared to not how your friend says or what they say to eat, because everybody's system is different, and that's kind of cool to know. So that's your assignment, just to write down how you feel about an hour to 45 minutes after you eat something. And the other thing, if you want to take it to step 2, which I think is if you're an emotional eater, which a lot of us are, so another thing to do is just sort of write down when you're going to the fridge, what's my motivation? That's like what actors always say to each other, like, what's my motivation for this scene? So the scene is you're sitting on your couch and you decide to go to your fridge. What's your motivation? Is your motivation hunger? Are you actually thirsty, but you're mistaking it for hunger? Or are you sad? Because sometimes I'll eat when I'm sad, but mostly I eat, interestingly enough, when I'm bored. If I'm bored, I will just eat. It's almost like that's an activity. So we're just trying to figure out what is motivation for going. And you don't have to change anything. You can keep eating, keep doing things exactly like you are. I'm just asking you to write it down so that after a week you can kind of see and suss out if there's a pattern there. Because again, I keep bouncing, and that looks so weird in a video because it makes my hair bounce. But the whole point, like I said, and my whole message is, it doesn't matter how old or young you are, you can feel good in your body naturally without pharmaceuticals. Some of us, most of us can, some of us can't, but most of us can feel good in our bodies naturally without pharmaceuticals. I've never had a facial. I just discovered face creams this year, which is I'm a little embarrassed about, but oh my God, they really work. And just, I want you to feel good because it doesn't, other people are always going to judge us, or always going to say, well, your hair looks weird, or she's got some wrinkles on her forehead, or this or that. So the point is, despite what everyone else, all the shit talking everyone does, we want you to feel good in your body naturally and have the confidence to feel good despite how other people think. Because basing our self-worth on other people is ridiculous, right? But one thing I know is that I feel better in my body when I'm slightly trimmer and when I've exercised, because that kind of gives my body more energy. So, everybody's different. Maybe you'll find things are different for you, but I hope you'll try this little experiment. And like I said, if you subscribed to me last year, thank you. Thank you so much. And if you're a new subscriber, just know, I want to just thank all you guys, but just know that I will be updating these videos. Like I said, my goal is to leave at least 2 videos a week from now on. You're going to have tips, sometimes just personal information, things I've learned about different medical conditions, because I'm kind of like I love to dig in and do research on things. So I've researched a lot of different things. Some things I don't even have, just because a lot of other Americans do, and I'm curious why this is happening. So I hope you will come back to my health-centric channels soon. Okay, bye.